Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So tonight I have got the gorgeous Sunrise with me, and just like her name, we have decided to go for a beautiful kind of warm sunrise, sunset sort of tones eye, something really fun and colourful. So if you want to see this transformation right here, then stay tuned. But of course, if you do like this video, then feel free to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below, and then hit the wee bell icon for a notification every time I upload a new video. But it's every Thursday. I say this every Thursday, it is every Thursday. So let's just get stuck right in. So I'm starting off with the MAC Fix Plus Magic Radiance. This has got vitamin C to brighten the skin, essential oils to nourish, soothe and moisturise the skin, and of course hyaluronic acids to hydrate. This combined with this Botanical Labs Rose Overnight Mask, which is a light gel texture containing rose to soothe the skin and more hyaluronic acids to hydrate the skin. This potion of ingredients for me works as the perfect base for all day hydration for your makeup. For foundation, I'm going on with the original Born This Way. Now, this is Sunrise's foundation that she brought with her because she loves the tone and she thinks it works perfect for her skin tone. I'm not going to tell you what colour it was because I'm such a strong believer in you not copying someone else's foundation because you like the colour of it. Go into a store, speak to a professional and get a proper colour match for you. To highlight the under eyes, I am going on with the MAC Studio Pro Concealer Palette. These are great if you're a professional makeup artist or if you kind of wear fake tan or change your skin tone kind of several times a year, and because they've got such a variety of shades and colour correctors in them. So the palette that I'm using is the medium deep palette, which has also got like some colour correctors, but I just love the hydrate and full coverage formula that this concealer provides. I'm popping it under the eye in those deep V's, a T down the T-zone, Cupid's bow and of course the chin, all the natural areas, before blending it in with my damp beauty blender that I used to apply the skincare, the foundation, and now blending out the concealer. Okay, to set this concealer, because it is a very creamy full coverage concealer, so it needs a decent amount of powder, I'm going on with the SACHA Buttercup Loose Banana Powder. When you're going on with deeper skin tones, of course you can't just be using a translucent powder because it will look a wee bit grey and ashy, really unflattering, so we need to be going with much warmer tones, so a real yellow powder is what's going to work here. This SACHA one's actually really reasonably priced. I think it was like £20 from Amazon. To set the rest of the face, I'm just going on with the MAC MINERALIZE powder to kind of diffuse and hold the foundation in place, but nothing as full coverage as the under eyes. Look how gorgeous she is. To contour and add some definition to the skin, I'm going on with this Makeup Forever contour shade. Now, it's the deepest one that comes within their Pro range. I'm not going to lie, I was not a fan whatsoever. I feel that it's almost berry toned and looked more like a deep blush, even though I was assured that it is a contour shade. I don't really quite believe it, but it worked in the end, and I just made sure to push it into the skin with my damp beauty blender and the excess product. So it ended up working, I just wasn't a massive fan. So I'm making sure to add a bit more powder to catch any fallout from eyeshadow to the under eyes before going on with my P. Louise and Mitchell Acid Rain paint and blank canvas. Even though Sunrises of course get a deeper skin tone, when I'm going on with such a vivid eyeshadow that I want the colour payoff to show up, you still want to go on with a paler base. So to apply this base, you pat it on with a brush, that's what's recommended, but I always like to then go over it with my finger and use the warmth of my finger to pat away any hard edges. Okay, for the eyes, I ended up using the JUVIAS Place, the ZULU eyeshadow palette. I'm going straight on with the orange and a small pencil brush and really making sure that I'm packing that colour on. Originally, I actually went on and used the Mitchell Be Perfect Cosmetics palette, sorry, because it was all supposed to be pressed pigments, but for some reason, and I don't know why, the product was just going exceedingly patchy and lifting itself off again, so I actually ended up removing the first eye and redoing it again with this palette. And as you can see, the colour payoff is phenomenal. So I've worked the orange around the crease and then I'm kind of building what looks like a sunrise over the lid with the yellow from that palette, and again I'm just packing it on. I'm then going on with a MAC 221S brush and I'm buffing out and blending out that orange with the same yellow tone that we popped on the lid. The basis of this look was actually very easy and simple to do. The challenge was just getting the colours to show up as bold and bright as I wanted them to. So now we're starting the fun bit. I'm going on with the MAC Cosmetics Pro range acrylic paints. This one's called High Def Cyan, and really I'm kind of going on and I'm starting to do half of my flick along the lash line. I don't know why I decided to make things challenging for myself by doing like a lighter liner coming across the crease and having it a darker blue on the outside. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I just had this vision of like the ocean against the sunrise, like, do you know what I mean? Those sorts of vibes going on. So I loved how it turned out in the end, but I never make things easy for myself, do I? So what I'm then doing is I'm following Sunrise's natural crease with that same tone, and I'm bringing a nice rounded line up from the inner corner. For this blue on the outside of the eye, what I actually done was I used the same High Def Cyan acrylic and I mixed it with the Marine Ultra shade, which is a deep royal blue. I didn't want anything as deep as that, so by mixing them together I got this really beautiful kind of ocean blue, where I just finished off the flick and then pulled the flick into Sunrise's natural crease to connect to that line that we brought up from the inner corner. I think the trick here is getting the shape right for your eye shape. I mean, don't be scared to go for it, because a look like this, you have to just go for it really, don't you? But The trick is really looking at your own eye shape and looking at where your natural crease is to bring that shape back in. I next went in with the MAC Extended Play Mascara. I chose this mascara because it's got such a fine, thin wand, and Sunrise's natural lashes were exceedingly curly, so I had to pull down from the top to try and straighten them out a wee bit to make my life easier for applying the falsies. Lash-wise, I went on with the Doll Beauty Cocoa. I use these all the time because I just love that they have kind of got the wee gaps, do you know what I mean, where they're longer than shorter than longer than shorter, because I feel then when the eyes are opened it doesn't hide all of that hard work that you've just done on the lid. When you use the lashes that are too thick, sometimes they just cover everything up, so you end up thinking, well, what's the point? To define the brows, I went on with the MAC Spiked Brow Pencil. This is a classic, I think everyone's used it at some point. I know Alan and I used to, back in the day, go on and do our big Liverpool Scouse brows with these pencils. We were quite literally buying one a week because we were using them so much. Thank God that style's changed. So all I'm doing here is just defining the outer half of Sunrise's brows because I wanted that nice kind of lighter, fluffier brow to come through in the centre, but it's just needed a wee bit more definition on the outside around the arch. To add some colour, I wanted to keep the tones very similar to those warm tones in the eyes, so I just used this nice bright red blusher from Make Up For Ever before setting that with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and then highlighting with my ultimate favourite, the Show Gold highlighter from MAC. You'll see I like to pinch together my brush at the base to kind of create like a thick fan brush. This gives me a wee bit more control over where I'm applying the highlighter. As always, I'm prepping the lips with the MAC Prep and Prime Lip Primer to act as a glue for my lipstick, before lining the lips with the, what did I go in here with? It was the MAC Cork lip liner, that's what it was, sorry, my mind went blank there. So yeah, Cork lip liner from MAC Cosmetics before going on with the lipstick Peach Stock. To finish this look off, I ended up deciding that the lips needed a wee bit of shine to tie in with the dewiness of the skin tone, so I went on with the MAC's limited edition bronzing collection gloss called Summer Chromance. This is bronze with a pink and gold pearl through it. It just tied everything together for this gorgeous finished look. And there we have it, another week, another tutorial, and didn't she look gorgeous? Like, Sunrise is such a natural in front of the camera. Like, I just loved working with her. We had so much fun. So if you liked this video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, then feel free to give that a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below, and then of course hit the wee bell icon. And of course, if you want to become the best of friends and see additional content, then make sure you get me on Instagram. It is Marc Sinclair Mua. Feel free to give me a wee comment so that we can get to know each other. And of course, if you recreate any of these looks, even if it's just inspired by it, then make sure to tag me, because I want to see your work. I love seeing it like every week. It's so good. So anyway, that's it. Until next week, bye.